If you think the Detroit Pistons are a poverty franchise, I'm going to call you a casual NBA fan. And if you want to point to the last 15 years as to your reasoning why, go for it. Try me. And as you can tell, I'm a huge Detroit Piston fan, and I've been a fan since 1996, when Grant Hill was being labeled the next Michael Jordan. Don't shoot the messenger. Google is free. He was LeBron before LeBron. Y'all not ready for that conversation. You just a homo. Damn right. The Detroit Pistons rebuild started in 2020, not 2009. The highlights from this video come from YT. Look up how the Detroit Pistons wasted 8 lottery picks in under 10 years by The Legend of Winning. I will give you a good reference point to what I'm about to say next. When you're a small market team, there's a certain way that you need to rebuild your franchise. You don't have the luxury of spending on free agency. I know a lot of casual human beings want to say it's because it's Detroit. Nobody wants to go to Detroit. You have an unconscious bias of Detroit if you think that the location matters. It's one of the main reasons we say Detroit versus everybody. Y'all do realize the NBA plays during the winter months. And half the season, they're traveling. No, location doesn't matter like you try to make it seem. I can tell a lot of you have never actually been to Detroit or Michigan before. Michigan's spring, summers, and falls are unmatched. And not to mention Detroit sports. Got the Lions about to make the playoffs and possibly win a Super Bowl next year. Red Wings are young, hungry, just like the Detroit Pistons. All we waiting on is them Tigers. Not to mention Detroit City FC. Hey, now I want a kielbasa. Shout out to Hamtramck. Back to building a specific way as a small market team. Pistons never bottomed out. Never had an opportunity to draft a franchise guy. Did we miss on a lot of picks? Absolutely. But when you don't bottom out and are drafting around the 7 to 12 range for 10 years, you make it harder on yourself. It's easier to miss on a 6 through 10 pick than it is a top 3 pick. You need to stop pointing fingers at the franchise for these missed picks, because a lot of the picks that they missed on, other teams missed on them too. The only one that I can really point to saying as that was a miss was Luke Kennard over Donovan Mitchell. We picked a need, 3-point shooting, over recognizing we just needed talent. We've been void of talent for so long. Now the Pistons have 11 first-round picks on it, and you're mad. Why? Roy Weaver has identified the need for more talent over the need to win games. And that's the philosophy change. Why the rebuild finally started in 2020. You are a small market team. I repeat. Remember, NBA contracts are not the only way to make money. You have to homegrow your talent. A la the Golden State Warriors. A la the Memphis Grizzlies. We're no longer just trying to make the playoffs. Thank you, Troy Weaver. The Pistons are coming.